The K by Theodore Taylor. The K takes place during World War II. The war was started because Nazi leader Adolf Hitler wanted to rule the world. The United States didn't want Hitler to conquer the world. A bunch of other stuff happens in the war, but it isn't really important to the story. The main characters are Philip and Timothy. Phil is a young, naive 11-year-old that thinks war is the best. Timothy is an elder that is wise and old, but we'll get back to him later. They were on a boat called the Hato since Philip's mother didn't think their home was safe, so they left the island they were living on. The Hato was bombed on April 12th by a German submarine. The ship burned to bits in the ocean. Philip ends up on a raft with a black man named Timothy and a gray cat named Stu. They found an island and set up camp on the highest point of the island. Then spelled help with rocks on the beach and made a huge fire to signal a plane. Philip became blind and made Timothy's job 10 times harder, but he still tried to make it easy for Philip, so he taught Philip how to do stuff to survive. Timothy taught him to fish, so if Timothy died, he would have a source of food. After a while, they start arguing a lot. About a month later, Philip is fishing when he hears a loud sound far off in the distance. Philip thinks it's a ship, so he calls Timothy over to see. Timothy reveals that it isn't a ship, it's actually a hurricane that will hit the island very soon. The two start preparing for the storm, securing their things, keeping what they needed, and other stuff like that. When the storm was there, they tied themselves to a tree. The storm hits and the two get their clothes ripped off their bodies. Sadly, Timothy ends up dying in the storm. 2 days later, a plane spots Philip and tells a boat to rescue him. Philip and Stu is saved. Also, Philip loses blindness. Yay! The two go through a lot of changes. Philip becomes more independent and trustworthy. Timothy doesn't really change since he just dies. Either way, trust leads to success. The end.